but some of you know, let me say this, it's occasionally I'll do this, but occasionally I'll go live on my, uh, sometimes I'll go live on my days off. But anyway, enough of me there. Um, if anybody's new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or mod who's been here before, welcome back. Right now, we're just hanging out right now, and even right now, I'm slowly getting over a Disney episode right now, but some of you know me from that reality, and actually, I kind of just learned a little bit about myself, a little more about it, but we all have a lot of learning opportunities with things that we have when we don't know about it, but, um, if you're new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or mod who's been here before, welcome back. So, y'all can feel free to ask questions. Don't ask anything inappropriate down below. Um, hey Leah, hey Cade. Cade, you end up being the second. Oh, now it's going back to that one. Anyway, hey Cade, how are you doing? It's been a little bit. And Leah, how are you doing too? Sis. Hopefully you're doing well. Well, I don't know. But, yeah. That's cool. It's good to chill, you know? It's always good to chill and all that. But right now we're just hanging out right now. So for those of you who were in here, welcome. What did you mean? Kate, I was responding to Leah's comment. Um, to answer your response there, but um, yeah. Oh my gosh. Funny. Leah, you are too funny. I will say that right now. Off point. Um, but yeah. Y'all, let's go 8 people in the chat. Y'all feel free to be tapping the like button if you haven't already. Also, go subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so you get all the latest updates from me and all the things. But anyway, there. Anyway, hey there. I could. But yeah. Oh, and we are spamming the chat. That's not what we doing here, y'all. I will go ahead and say this too while we're early enough at it. Please be sure you don't spam a certain term over and over. Just as a kindly reminder before a YouTube admit. There you go. See, just happened right there. And that's a perfect demonstration of what happens when you literally repeat something over and over constantly. Is you'll get blocked. Sometimes by a mod, but mainly by a YouTube administrator, mainly. So thank you, Leah, for getting that person out here, because I don't need that person spamming the same thing, you know? But, okay, let me look at the chat real quick. Let's see. I'm doing alright, Kate. I'm just, it's just taking time to, you know, bounce back. I mean, right now, not as bad, but, it still takes a little bit. But, have him 18. But yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. But yeah, this is just a perfect demonstration to everyone in my life that if anyone repeats certain things constantly, you will, not by me, not by a mod, but a YouTube administrator on their own will block you because they think that you're trying to constantly spam the chat when, let's say, you're trying to get my attention or something. So just be careful how sometimes some people can word stuff. I just want to say that now while we're early in that. Kate, it's a YouTube recommendation. So for example, if you try to ask me something constantly, administrator on here will block you on their own. Not by mod, not myself, but it's just what they do on here. So that's just, and plus I like to address stuff like this early on just so we don't have things like this happen. And so, um, yeah. Okay, perfect, Leah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Like kind of a little example there, you know? But yeah. Anywho, y'all, if anyone's new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber who's been here before, welcome back. Well, you see right there. But, um, yeah. Mm, yeah, LOL. Anyway, let's go 12 people in the chat. Anyway, for those of you who are just coming in, we're just hanging out. So feel free to ask questions down below. What is it, the arcade? You can ask anything, just don't be opposite of things. Meaning don't ask anything inappropriate through here, but I know you won't do that. But I just give everyone else that because you never know what they can do. Especially from when I've been doing them. So, look at the cute. Look at them cute bangs. You're killing girl. Thanks, Leah. Let me see. I think I've had these bangs since like middle school, I think. They do need to be trimmed just a little bit, just at the ends. Because they're getting long to the point where like a few of them are going past the brow. And yeah, so sometime this week I really need to for real try to get these situated and all that because they're gonna get to a point where they're gonna make me crazy if they don't get trimmed at least a couple inches. Nothing extreme, it's just a couple inches. Just where they don't touch my brow. But I do love my bangs though because it does give me a piece of my childhood back, you know? Because I literally had bangs when I was a lot younger. For those of you on here that are new, that's a little fact about me too, is I used to have bangs at one point in my childhood, but I forgot exactly when those were off, but I re-put them back when I was in middle school. Do you know how long you are gonna? Probably maybe a couple hours, probably, but yeah, probably a couple hours, probably at the latest, but yeah. Um, but anyway, that's just what is happening there though. But um yeah, anyway. Yeah, you can ask anything. Okay, just all I say with it is don't ask inappropriate stuff. It's just for safety reasons, and you never know what anybody in his lives went through, you know? But it's also for everyone else's safety too, and all that. And it's also a good way for everyone to get to know each other, you know? And Leah K knows I'm taken because he and I both know each other pretty well. So he does know that. But yeah. But for everyone else though, that's a little thing too. Perfect. Yeah, he knows pretty well, but it's always good to double say it, even for everyone else's safety too, on here. But yeah, yeah. But anyway, that's what's happening there though, y'all. Um, but yeah. So yeah, we're just hanging out at the moment. But um, what is it, Cade? It can be anything. I have your thanks, Leah. I very appreciate it. Anyway, y'all can feel free to ask whatever in the comment section down below, and that's also good ways to keep the topics coming too, especially since we're just getting started. Because I don't want to, I don't want to be the one person who has stuff that I literally can run out mid sentence. I don't want to try to be that person. No, Katie didn't. You're. How do I word it? I just clarify with everyone else too, because you're not the only one who's in here. It's also others too, but also other people will start to come in. So of course they need to know every little bit, just the expectations on what to expect and what to know about on here, so that way they can put that in their mental notes in their head and just know the policy on here. You know, it's helpful that way. And so, um, yeah. Anyway, but um, anyway, um, Paige, she didn't know even though she's a mod of mine. Plus, you're new to everyone on here, and so they're not gonna know like stuff that you say, or because you're new to everyone today and all that. And plus, I just answer questions through the chat. you know I don't try to do a whole bunch at once. you know but yeah. Yeah. Anyway, oh wait. Girlfriend, I think I remembered you. Oh yeah, that's right. Kendra, welcome back. How are you doing? It's been a minute. I we can chat when more. Kate, it's okay. You are just learning. You're new. Alright? Raymond! Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Looky there, y'all. Doing so well. Anyway. Why, Kate? You didn't do anything. Trust me. Alright? Everybody knows. And plus, like I said, you're new right now out of the current amount of people. Because, I'll continue to get more viewers throughout the live, too. So, you're not the only new incoming subscriber on here. And you're just learning everything on here. Okay? A good bit of my people are pretty chill back. Occasionally we'll get a chaos person or two, but my mods, Leah and Raymond, can kick them out quicker than I can. So, they will keep an eye on this chat head to toe to make sure that no one doesn't try to come in here and act like a fool of themselves. And so, yeah. Let's see. Thank you. I'm doing good. You? I'm doing. I'm doing all right. I'm not gonna lie. Just you know, how do I word it, man? Just going each day. Let's put it that way. But um, no, you're not Lee. I know you're not mean. Yeah. So and plus, Kane's one of our newest people, so he's still learning the ropes of things. And so we definitely want to be sure we are being patient and all that, which I know everyone does pretty good about that, so I will say that now. Um, yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll re-say it because there were some people that were. I mean, some people know about it, but not everyone does. Because some were. Oh, and how do we narrow down to 8? That's crazy. I'll give it a second. Because a couple of them know about it yesterday, but I'll re-say it again for here in a minute for those that hadn't been in here yesterday. Um, but um, got a question to know who Betty Boop is. Let me think. Who Betty Boop is. I honestly don't know on top of my head that I can think at the moment, Raymond, to answer your response. I don't know why we bumped down to 8. That was 10. Well, let me give it a second. My friend kept really calling this just started calling me in the middle of episodes. Not gonna be the best timing. Anyway, that's why. Let me check. I don't know that I'm in the middle of a live stream, so it's gonna. Hang on. Let me let her know real quick. Because to. Here, let me just let her know real quick. Asia. Give me a second. I'm just trying to find her. Anyway. No, wait, this group chat. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. Okay, sorry, you guys. I was just letting my friend know that I was on here so that we. Because that's the thing. When someone tries to call. Go on my Instagram too. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I had to text my friend letting her know what's happening. Kate, that was probably because my friend Asia kept calling in the middle, so that's probably why um probably couldn't see me at that time because I was just letting her know that might be a little bit. And so Anyway, let me look in the chat for those of you who are in here right now, and I do see someone else came in here too. Um, hey there. I'm gonna call you King just for a good purpose, all right? But King, I can see you're new, so welcome. Um, yes, I'm here. I just had to meet myself so I could let my friend know, so she knew that it would pause everything. So let me look at the things above. Yes. What? Raymond, I don't even know who it is, honestly. Oh, let's see what my answered. Okay, sorry guys. I was looking through just a couple of chats that I was seeing while I was dealing with the thing real quick. But we're back. We're gonna continue talking what we were talking about before all that just started. So, what is it? And Kate, you can just ask what you're gonna ask too. I'll just say that real quick. Just, make sure it's not inappropriate to where, you know, just for everyone's safety reasons. And I will re-say the news in a few minutes when we get a little bit more people in here, because a couple of you know this already, but some of you don't. Because I announced some of this yesterday, but um yeah, so I'll give it a few more minutes just to see if we get any more people in here. Because for example, um yeah, because we get a lot of new people every day. And so yeah. Anyway. And uh this much what, Cade? I don't get it. And also, what did I see someone say? Kamar, I see you're new, so welcome as well. I just saw your name was on the list of people. Um, King, let's see what you said here. How's it been going? It's been a while since I have had a chance to join a live. I've been doing alright, just kind of just doing what any of us adults do, and just getting through the day, just obstacles, and just living it. But I mean, my day's been good too, though. Just been chilling today since I had a whole lot happening. But, um, yeah. So, that's just what's going on, though. Y'all, make sure you guys are tapping that like button if you haven't already. But if you have, do not listen to me on that statement. And I usually just say that for those of you who are just entering. But if you have done that, you are good to go. And all that. Just continue to ask stuff. Okay, hang on, y'all. Give me a minute. Hang on. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Sorry, I was texting my friend. But let me see what's happening. Okay, what's my chat been doing since I left? Well, since I had to do something real quick. Okay, hang on. Okay, what is your question? Like I said, with questions, you can ask it, you know? Well, okay, I'll tell you, I still do lives. It's not like I'm not quitting live streaming for good. It's only I just do every other, even though today I did it on my day off, which I normally don't. Like I said, sometimes I come in on my days off, but that's just a 50-50 kind of deal on my own decision terms. It's just, it's health reasons, but it's also just like good days. It's good to do breaks, occasionally. Not like long ones. At least only like a day where, I mean, you still do content, but only one thing of the content you just don't do for a day until the next day. So that kind of helps your brain keep up with everything, you know? Um, Kane, to answer your question, I was responding to a friend because she was calling me, and so I had to address to her, um, what was happening. So, I mean, she knew and all that on why I wasn't picking up, but yeah, so, um, yeah, but anyway, but I'm back though, y'all, so let's just keep doing where we left off, alright? Yeah, there's times I'm having to step away from the camera for a few minutes, and plus that's also a reason why I've got mods, y'all, too, is if I have to step back from the camera for a few minutes or so, then they can also spectate as well, the chat as well. Like they can do my exact job and make sure the chat is being good enough, just so that way if a hiccup does occur while I'm gone, they can get out there quicker, you know, and be like, hey, we're doing our job like we're supposed to, and all the things. And so, um, yeah. Well, I just no, I texted her, my friend, letting her know why I couldn't respond to her, which I did through my iPad. But I had you guys. That's why I had you guys at the ceiling, so that way it wouldn't look too obvious. But also, Taylor, I can see you're new, so welcome. Hey, my little sister has autism, and she loves watching your videos. Oh, really? That's so sweet. And I've got a brother who's autistic, so I can definitely get it for sure. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well though. But yeah, you guys, if anybody's new on here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber or a mod who's been here before, welcome back. It's always good to see both sides return and join, you know? What's that? Sorry, I heard something. But that's my brain, you know. Oh, that, yes, my first round, which was not too long ago. But yeah, I took my meds not that long ago. Um, you're the only thing that she has stuck with. Oh, really? That's so sweet. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I do bunch. But yeah, for those of you who are new, I go live about every other day. Sometimes sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I will pop on an off day, but it's not always actively, because that that just when you take your own, that's kind of the best part about doing content is you can make up your own hours in your head and go, okay, I'm gonna go live on this day, I'm gonna post content on this day, I'm gonna take an off day on this day, instead of having to be managed by a person. Like, hey, you're required to do this much and all that, you know. But um, hey there, Cheer, how are you doing? But yeah, so no, Taylor's a new subscriber that's in here. DJ, I can tell. I think you're new too. I think. Welcome. I think. I get so many people today, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, I can tell you're new. I think off bat. I think. Sometimes it's hard to tell y'all. But yeah, I can tell DJ and Taylor are new ones to us, so welcome. Along with Kate as well. So, yo, let's go. 8 likes in the chat. Let's keep those likes going. And like I said, if you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber who's been here before, welcome back. Y'all can feel free to ask questions and all that. Um, a little quick get to know me real quick for all of those that are new. My name on here is Sunset Queen. I am 20 years old. I am a 20-year epileptic survivor. My zodiac sign is a Libra. My birthday is October 1st, and I live in the US. And for height references, I'm only 5'3", aka I classify myself a mid shorty, meaning I'm not too short, but I'm not too tall either. But I'm in the middle of both of those, you know? And so, um, yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to feel better, the arcade. I very appreciate it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, we're just hanging out at the moment. Um, you know what? I need to get. I'm gonna stand up for a minute and just kind of move around for a little. But um, yeah, but yeah, we're just hanging out, though, y'all. So I'm gonna come over here so we all don't think I'm just here, y'all. But yeah, so anyway, um, yeah, Cade, that's what on here is about. Um, and so, yeah, but we're just hanging out though, you guys. So feel free to ask questions down below. Just don't try to go the opposite with questions for all of my new subscribers. But yeah, But other than that, everyone does pretty well about respecting that the majority of the time. So thank you. I very appreciate it a lot. And so, um, do you like to to sometimes. Yeah, to answer your question, Kate, sometimes I like to read, but it kind of depends. Sometimes. Like, sometimes, I mean, it's like a 50-50 kind of response. Like, sometimes I like to read, yes, sometimes I don't, because, I mean, all of us can relate to that, though. Where some of us, like, some of us don't like to read, but some of us do, or some of us are like me, where it's like a 50-50 situation, where I like to read, but it just depends on what I'm reading about, or I don't like reading because of certain things it says. It can be anything though, but it just depends on the person, which everybody's different and how they do stuff. And so, yeah. What what do you mean by sometimes, and why don't you why don't you can you explain, do you read? Yes, I what I mean by sometimes, Cade, is it just depends on the except for the Bible, that's different, y'all. Y'all, because that's our God right there. That's different. But what I mean by sometimes is like other books other than the Bible, it's like a sometimes thing. Like sometimes like everyone's different by that. Like not everyone is a fan of reading. Some people are fans, or some are just like me, where it kind of varies, or it depends on the day they're feeling. Like, do they feel like they're up to reading something, or do they feel like, they don't want to? But it just depends on their mindset, too. You know, like for me, the Bible, I will. I mean, of course I'm reading the Bible because, yeah, I'm a Christian, so that one's different. But other books, sometimes, is the best way to put it out there. Yeah. Um, ooh, what what is my favorite Bible verse? Um, definitely, definitely 2 Corinthians 5:7, for we walk by faith, not by sight. For some of you who are new to me, that verse hits me a bunch because some of you know this, but not all you know this, because some of you are new to me, but some of you are returning. But when I was a high schooler, aka a senior in high school, I had to transfer to um, a different school my second semester due to us moving in the middle of the year. And we thought it was going to be May, June timeline. Builders will say a good estimate, but that can also change too, just depending on the pace they pick up at, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing to be fast or anything, but fast enough where you're not rushing your job, you know? And so when we found out it was going to be more towards January that it would be done, it was kind of hard hearing and thinking about the fact that I would be leaving my boyfriend and a lot of my friends behind, but I still get to see him every few months, and I still get to sometimes occasionally see some of my friends too that are 2 hours out, but you know, you just do it. You just do the best to make some of the things work sometimes. But I definitely think there was a purpose behind it though. Because y'all, if I do think about this now, if I hadn't moved out here, I wouldn't have actually have gotten my new now job started. And even this next chapter wouldn't have started. Because if I were still in my own town, I still would be searching still. I would still trying to be in that old spot like I used to be. And now with that finally being here, It's incredible. And so, um, yeah. What is your and then let me think if there's another verse I like in the Bible. There's so many verses that are just really good and hit you. Oh wait, another good Bible verse that also is a favorite of mine now is what is it? Uh I'm trying to look and no, Romans, that's what it is. Why am I thinking of that? That was like the longest didn't think about. Is Romans 2:12. Yes, Romans 2:12. Y'all, for some reason, it was one of the days that popped up as the verse of the day on one of the days I remember. And y'all, for some reason, you know, I don't know, for some reason that verse hit me a certain way. Almost as if God almost was speaking to me, or I almost felt something happen in the middle of that. Like, it just really hit me different. Which it's a good thing when it hits you, because, it gets that just means God's starting to do some stuff in you, meaning He's actually coming into the full circle of it, and you're at least at some of the steps to knowing Him and all the things. But, um, yeah. Let's see. Oh, you know what I need? You know what? Hang on. Give me a second. I need to. Maddie, if you wouldn't have moved where we are, you wouldn't have not been friends. Yeah, I know, right? Like, yeah, if I hadn't moved either, we wouldn't have met, Cade. Like, you are truly an amazing friend. And I'm thankful that sorry, my dad burped in the background, but I said, don't just ignore that. It's so funny, my dad just burped in the middle of that. So I was marking off April on my Awana calendar for one of the programs I do at the church because I still have that scheduled. But man, I can't believe I only have now 2 weeks of that. Wow, I only have 2 weeks of that left. But I just now noticed in my head that's crazy. And then it's the award ceremony, which oh my gosh, no, I'm a first year. It's crazy. Anyway, enough of me going crazy in my head for like that. Uh, but yeah, like I said, if I hadn't moved, we wouldn't have even started our friendship. It God wouldn't have put us together like that. That's how God does it. Is they put people together and He can look at everyone and go, okay, I definitely can see this person and this person being good friends to each other. And then I can see, oh, these two would be good. He just looks at everyone individually and think, okay, these people would be good, would definitely be good at being friends because of how they act and how similar they are, and they almost have similar things in common, or they're just really good when they're around each other. Like Cade, even though you went through a lot back in the day, um, and I went through a lot back in the day myself, and all that, and just getting to where I'm at now, and even you slowly getting there too, but still are pushing it. That's what God would want is for um especially that's one thing in the Bible too is in the Bible, even us now, like y'all, we're also a disciple of Christ. We're not just reading about them. We go and disciple others, meaning we go help friends and other new people um understand about God's word and just help them and see if and just talk to them and see where are they on his path right now. Are they behind a bit or are they good? Like, are they ahead and well? Like with me, I think now with me, I am definitely a lot more ahead now. A little bit more ahead because of just some amazing stuff that's happened to me recently. Um, but also there's days where I could be behind too, but you just have to pray to God and know He's there, you know? Because God's the only person who can get you through a bad day. Whether if you're having a bad day at work, you're having a bad day at school, you're having a bad day trying to figure out your life together, or you're just being an average adult and just trying to get stuff figured out, you know? Because being an adult is not easy, which is okay because all you can do from that is learn from what you do and see what you can do different to make it a lot more successful, you know? And so, um, yeah, he can get us out of bed. And plus, y'all, he even died on the cross for our own sins, but also for the pain. But he also didn't just die for our sins, y'all. He also died so we can actually be pain free. Of course, we'll still get pain, but he paid for all the pain and all the suffering he had to do. Just, yes, Kate, I saw your comment. But yeah, let me see. Thanks, Kate. I appreciate it. Y'all, let's go 10 likes in the chat. Y'all keep tapping that like button if you haven't already. Um, but we're just hanging out. But y'all, God is so good. I'll just say that. For real. And honestly, y'all, if you haven't even said that to yourself about him, definitely take the time out of the day to do that. I'm trying to think my foot before it falls. But before my foot falls asleep. But, um, hang on, let's see. Maybe we can try to. Hang on, let me pull something out real quick. Um, anyway, I think it's in this front. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Like, y'all, one of the things I have in my Bible case that it came with are these Bible emergency numbers. So, AKA these. So it has a front and a back for each. So each has a front side and a back side of verses. So, um, for example, let's say if you're having a bad day or something, um, you can look at these and see if you range in any of these categories, front to back. And like an example can be, let me look at one of them for example. Um, I'm gonna use this second one just so I can. Oh no, I can use the back of this one just so I can read it better. So for example, if you're feeling sad, a verse on this one, um, but um, so for example, on these emergencies, so I'll read some in the back. Um, so for example, the top one says, "Feeling sad," John 14. Um, or let's say if you're feeling sad, read John 14, and then that piece will help you. Or if you are feeling like you're being betrayed, read Psalm 27. If you're feeling worried, read Matthew 6:19 to 34. If you're scared, read Psalm 91. Y'all, let me say this real quick. Psalm 91 is like the 911, like biblical 911 backup, because it's basically the freaking Healthline, but for us Christians. I will say that. Um, I'll look at it in just a second there. Okay. Let me read this real quick. Um, when um when you're when feeling lack of faith, like if you think you don't have less faith than you think you do, read Hebrews 11. That's a good thing to look at or have to head the day. Or if you're feeling lonely, read Romans 8:31 to 37. Feeling low, I know I just said that one. Uh, if you're feeling stressed, read Matthew 11:25 through 30. Um, Feeling selfish, read Psalm 67. Feeling afraid, read Joshua 1. Feeling broke, read Psalm 37. Feeling hurt, read John 15. Feeling small, meaning just you're in that depressed state, read Psalm 19. Feeling feeling untrusting, read First Corinthians 13. And then feeling unfruitful, read John 15. And then on the front, there's so many different things on each card though. But like I said, front to back, literally on here, and it does the same thing too. Um, but yeah, so literally you can literally look at these though, and let's say if you're feeling any from the front or the back, you can always look at these and go, okay, I'll look at this scripture because I think I might be feeling that emotion right now. Or if you just need a little backup advice and all that, you can totally go into these. But let me look at what you asked, okay? So give me just a second. Do you have any more? Let me look and see. All good. Will you see my comment below that? Yes, he can guess your bad days, Kate. Even that would be a good thing for you to know too. Alright? Yes, even we are that he does bring us good together. Yeah. Um but yes, Kate, I did see your comment though. But yeah, like these are but yeah, I have like up to I think 5 or 6 of these. Let me see if I missed one. I think oh no wait, there good. No, didn't I? Oh no I did. Okay, good. Tell me what was connected. But yeah. So but yeah. So what I meant to ask if did you have any more cards and can you give me one? Now I only have up to 6, but I would usually I would have these supplies. These come with my case, so if I end up losing one, I have got some more in here. Wonder if I can look up others though that maybe I can look up and see if I can find them through like Amazon or something and see if they have these exact ones or not. Cause I I'm pretty sure they would have something like this also through Amazon or something, which I could probably look up that too as well. But yeah, some of these Bible cases come with them, but not all of them do. Like mine did. Um, just really neat. But let's see here. Let's see. What is a good little let's see. I am going to need polls. There's so many random Bibles in here. This is like holding that durability. Let's see here. In here. Let's see. What is a good? I Kate, I only have up to 6, and I would like I said, I can try to maybe see if they have anything if they have similar ones to what I just had. I would think Amazon would have something maybe similar to that. I will look up and see. What's a good verse to go into? Uh, let's see. Let's see here. Oh, hey, this just gave me a little toy. How about we look at let's see. Let's see. You know what? Let's go. You know, it's funny if you look at that. See what it gives me. 1730. Give me a second, y'all. Let me pull up. So what I have to do is I have to literally. No? Oh, sorry, I was reading something totally different. In a minute I will. Wait. Um, I'm just looking up something in my Bible. Oh, I should make this. But wait, where's this 16? Okay. Oh, oh, and hey there, I can see you're new. How are you doing? Oh, it's right here. Wait, is it? Wait a second. Oh no, this is fine. This is what we've been talking about. That was just so funny. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Let's see. Totally real quick. Hang on, let me. What's it? That's 30. Hang on, y'all. It was good. How about yours? Hopefully your day was good. How do I didn't say no that but yeah. Anyway. Hopefully y'all let's go 11 likes in the chat. Please feel free to be liking and subscribing if you haven't already. For those of you who are just now joining me. But like yeah, I like football. I watch football during the football season, aka NFL season, which is really cool. It's just really fun to watch, even all things. That's a really good question to ask, Kate. Definitely keep those questions coming, y'all. Give me just a moment. Yep, y'all. That team gets so much hate, but at the end of the day, it does not the wins does not matter. All that matters is at the end of the day, they're just playing to play and not compete and just get competitive ones to each other. But they're just doing the best they can. And I really it the thing is y'all, just cause it's been since like late 19th century since they went into the Super Bowl, that really isn't it does not define them. It really doesn't. It's just a team. Y'all, and they're just doing their absolute best just to manage, which is totally okay. And you don't have to be the best, the craziest. Just do what you can, all right? Because at the end of the day, like for example, if I were anyway, because first off, at the end of the day, I would if I were in their situation, I would only play to have fun, not play to go against them like that, you know? So, anywho, hang on, it's taking me ages. This is kind of the worst part of Bibles is literally when you were looking through. Oh wait, finally. Okay, gotta go back a couple pages. Okay, finally. Oh wait, you're not. Okay, finally. This is y'all. I'll say this. Bibles that do not have tabs on the outside make it so difficult, even though you can look at the page number and be like, okay, page number to this. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. So, um, it's kind of the craziest thing. But, um, yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's let's see. make me crazy. Apologies. Anywho, let's see. Let's see what's going on in it. Part 6. I or how good this could be. Let's see what. Just like sticking me. Okay, hang on. Let me see. Y'all, let's go 11 likes in the chat. Let's see here. Who was on the background? Huh? Of what? Like, because in the background right now is my bed, my sign, my exit door, my bathroom, my fan. I don't know what you're seeing. My sunflower decoration up here, and then half of the curtain plus my television. So really, there's nobody in here that I know of, because I would know if there's somebody in here. But I don't get what you're trying to ask me, Cade. Like, I'm reading the chat. Like, I don't know what. Because, like, all I know is I got my bed, TV, bathroom, sunflower decoration back there, fan in the background. On this side's my flag, and then the exit door with the lamp. And then me, and that's it. Like, if you can point out what you're seeing, that would be great, because I'm trying my best to tell what you spot. A few minutes ago, I heard someone. Huh, weird. I think I probably would have known if I heard somebody, but I don't. Right now, I'm hearing myself. That's all I hear right now. Oh, great, I'm having to fix my age here. Let's see here. Uh, hmm, weird. Because I would have heard something if, uh, if I knew directly. But let's see here. Let's go through some this scripture to go by. Yeah. Oh, here we go, y'all. Here's some good bit of the Bible to read for some of my church people here. Also, a little get to know. So, y'all, a little bit of something. Um, You know what? I'll read this part a little bit. So this is Ephesians 5:21. Um, I'll read probably through 26 just to get kind of a good start. In which this says, and for anyone who wants to know the version, it's NIV. So if you ever wonder, it says, "Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife." Wow, that's bold. Okay, you highlight that. "As Christ is the head of the church." Okay, hang on. Let me pause for a second. Wow. That's so funny. I'm just reading that right now. Hang on, before I continue doing that, what? Okay, that's bold. Right there. I need to remember to highlight that when I get done. Um, his body of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives. Oh, that's the second part. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church. Okay, and again, another bullet point. Wow. And gave himself up for her. Okay, y'all, I'm about to cry in that part. Okay, what? Hang on, I'm not even done. I'm almost maybe a sentence or two away from finishing up on that, but y'all deserve that. Okay, I'm gonna read that part again. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna read that part again, because that is just, oh, that's gonna make me tear up. Oh, okay. Again, it literally said, um, which it says here, um, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Oh my gosh. And for those of you that want to know what part of that was in of Ephesians, that was Ephesians um 5:25. Okay, wow, that's a bold statement right there. I need to hide that. Give me a second. I need to hide that before I even forget to continue. Wow, that's bold. Yo, this is when you know, okay, this is everyone, this is like a mental. In your Bibles, when you read something, just to read, that's when you know, whenever you read something and it hits you like that, highlight it. Because if you want to refer back to it in days or even tomorrow, or if you just need that reminder, highlight it. It's helpful. Like, that's what I do. Like, I am one of everyone. Let me do that real quick before I finish reading this here. Um, hang on. That is just bold. That is crazy, y'all. What? Okay, now I think I saw something before that too. I saw that too. Hang on. Hang on. I think it's this part. That's crazy. I didn't think I was gonna read stuff. Yo, that's crazy. That just hit me. Like, wow. Anyway, like I was reading a little more before those parts hit me like crazies. And then, but yeah, himself up for her to make her whole, to not whole, excuse me, to make her holy, cleansing her by washing her with water through the word. Wow, y'all. Only for those of you wondering what I just read Ephesians 5:21 through um Ephesians 5 um 21 through 25, y'all. Part verses 23 and 25. Oh, y'all, hit me in a good way. Like, wow. Y'all, that's just how good God is, but also at the same time, like, when you read something straight up like that, it's like, it's mind blowing. Like, how? It's crazy. Because for anyone who wasn't here when I just read that, so in verse 23, for the first one I highlighted, that part says, "For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church." Then for verse 25 is, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her." Y'all, I literally want to cry. I literally want to happy cry just from what I just read. Like, yeah, there's some parts I did not get fully highlighted, which is totally normal. Like, how the heck? Yo, that's how good God is. Like, that is just incredible right there. Like, he is good like that. So, um, let's see. And then, that is just crazy. But, like, wow, y'all. I've gotta literally remember to look back at that. That is just crazy. And so, um, let's just look at the next picture funsies. Let's see. Oh my gosh, let's say it again. Hang on. That is just crazy, y'all. That is so good. Hey, Cade. I see you're back in the chat. Let's see. Okay, we all know that armor god, but that is so good though. Like, holy gosh, that's crazy. Let's see. But yeah, y'all, wow. Well, yeah, those like, those parts of Ephesians just got me. Like, wow. I'm actually pretty shocked. But what is it? You can you can just ask it, Cade. You can just say it. But what is it? Or else I don't mind, you know, brain churn, all of it too. But Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, wow. Man, I'm about to sit. Man, I'm about to have that be like a sign up for me. Like, goodness. Like, that is just too good. Let me see. Like, let me look at this Enterprise 24. But look, that's crazy, y'all. Like, wow. Just literally crazy. But, um, just a second. What was this part say? Hey, this is part of 14. Um, that's crazy, y'all. Let's see. But yeah, that's crazy, y'all. And y'all, let me say this. What's really pretty cool about my Bible is it's a study Bible. So it's one of those study guide ones where it has like some of these pages, it has like questions and little factors on them. So like if you wanted to know a little bit, it gives you little pieces of information about what that question is. So um let's see an example of let me see here. What is your favorite show? That's a good question. Look at that. You're actually doing pretty well in matching one. Let's see. Hmm. I think that's a hard one. I've got so many good favorites. It's hard to pick. But if I had to pick my favorite show, it probably would be My Life with the Walter Boys. And if anyone's not familiar with that, it's a Netflix show that actually is releasing another season, which I don't know when that thing's coming up, but um, it's really good. It's a romance little show. It's really good, but oh, so good. I cannot wait to even see what happens next, like um, and all that. But it's really good of a show. Um, but yeah. And then let me think if I have another favorite. I mean, I've got so many good ones. But yeah, it's really good. So, but yeah, y'all, wow. Those verses really, those are really. Okay, good. This one's staying in Hebrews. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was checking to make sure that. Because I think what's kind of cool is some of these models that have a two bookmark inside of one. I actually kind of like that they do have that. Like, I like that. My Bible does have that. Are you going to reset? I'll see about that. I'll give it a little bit and see. I'll put, let's just do this. I'll put this here is like a. And let me just put. So I was putting my. There you go. But yeah, it's just a little bit about reading info. That way. Because, yeah, I mean. But yeah. I need to put this back in my case. And then this up too, just so I have everything. At some point, I need to finish up my homework too, but that can wait a little bit. Let me look at it, because I think yeah, I saw the question when you asked me about my favorite show. Let me see if I've missed something. But yeah, I saw your question though. I mean, even though right now you're like the only person that's in here, I'll give it a little bit because some people could have just been doing something. But you know, I mean, I do have another one of my um. Yeah, and let me say, the something about this bottle case I do love is that it has a freaking storage department where I can actually put all my pens in it because y'all, some of you that have known me through my channel a good amount of time, something about me is I literally, when it comes to my pens, I literally used to carry all my pens in a typical, um, just a typical standard, um, just a typical standard, um, um, basically a typical standard like little makeup bag I would have all my pens in. Cause I didn't have like a whole full on system like that at the time. And so with me, that's all I could do was put it in like a decentable, affordable makeup bag and all that. Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah, I remembered you telling me that. But yeah, but um yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. But um yeah. So um yeah. But um yeah, anyway, I'll see. I'll honestly see. Um but let's see here. Anyway, we're just hanging out though, y'all, for those of you who are just now getting in here. Um but let me see, I'm gonna take these socks off. What do you say it had here? It's just kind of chill. Um, basically, I just say I'll see because sometimes, um, I mean, sometimes I'll get off at certain periods, but, um, but also just kind of depends on me though, because like I said, that's kind of the best part with YouTube is you can make up your own hours and be like, okay, I'll go live, excuse me, um, I'll go live from this timeline to the other timeline and then call it a day and then do it the next day, or I'll come back later that day if I have time, you know? And so, for example, um, like right now I'm only 94 um minutes into it right now, like it's almost the hour mark on the live portion of it um on here. But um yeah. So um yeah. But anyway, that's what's happening there though, y'all. But um yeah. But that's just why I say that though, because you never know. Sometimes you can just change your mind up too, you know? Which is completely normal, you know? But um but yeah. But yeah. So um yeah, I'm just sitting down, just chilling. Just kind of taking a break from sitting in my little office corner. Like for example, I'll sit in my bed, just chill while I'm still talking with you guys, because and also it's good because it's good. It's also a lot more comfortable to sit on. I mean, my chair's comfortable too, but sometimes sitting in it for like extended period of times, it just doesn't do it. And so, um, yeah. No, I feel fine. I'm just sitting in here just chilling. That's all I'm doing. And plus, everyone else has seen me sit in the bed and talk from that point. Excuse me on that. But, oh, I didn't notice that because I wasn't doing it. But like I was saying, um, I love that. Try to say it the best way I can because you're new to everyone. But also, but yeah, basically, I mean, everyone else has seen me talk while I've been chilling in the bed. Um, but it's really just because, like, for example, sitting in my office chair for extended periods of time, it just, I mean, it's a good chair, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, it just, it will just not be that comfortable after a few hours, and also just be a little funny. But sitting in here is a little more comfortable because um I'm actually sitting flat. Like I can actually extend my legs flat and not having to work them a little bit, you know? It's just helpful. But um yeah. But we're just hanging out, y'all, at the moment. Um and all that. But yeah. So yeah. Give me a second. But anyway. Um yeah. So hey, just adjusted something real quick. Yeah, Kate, I'm here. Sorry, I was just adjusting my blanket a little bit. Just because it was not in the right position. But, yeah. So that's just what's happening there, though, y'all. Um, but yeah, so we're just chilling at the moment. Well, well, I don't see it on my end. I think it's on your end, Cade, because I don't. For me, it's not doing it. It's not cutting up for me. So it could be that something with your end's not working, or that's just a guess. It's fine, y'all. But yeah. Anyway, we're just hanging out there, y'all. Um, but Kate, if you need to turn your phone all the way off and on, you can see if that works because I know on my end it's not cutting out. I know that for a fact. Um, so that's just what I would say. Um, in my opinion, you know. Um, so yeah, if you need to do that, you can and see if it works, and if not, then it's just one of those. But yeah, pretty crazy. So, yeah, I can't believe we've had 11 likes in a row. That's crazy. But that's because everyone's been very efficient at doing what they were supposed to. But, um, yeah. Um, yeah. So that's just what's been happening. So, hang on. Let me. Yeah. Yeah. So, hmm? Okay. But, yeah, we're just hanging out there, y'all. So feel free to ask questions down below and just kind of just relax for a bit, y'all. Um, let's go, y'all. 4 people in the chat. If anyone's new here, we'll open up back now. It's down to 2. Yeah, I think so. Let's just keep it. Let me see. Skylar, welcome back. How are you doing? What is it, Kate? You can ask anything. You can just type the question in the comment section. You can do that too, just to help and all that too. What kind of Oh, great. We're gonna get this question again. What kind of fish do you want me to remove a Skylar? I don't know why we're starting with this question again because I know one of my eyes you asked me this exact similar thing, which is kind of horrific. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see. Do we even have any ones right now? I'll just say that real quick. But what is it? Can you show us what you had on yesterday? Um, well, Kane, all I know I had on, let me think. Uh, I had on yesterday. I mean, all I know I had on yesterday was let me see. All I know I had on yesterday for a fact, yeah, that's because I'm moving, was was just this top but different pants. Yeah, it was just this 2024 FFA shirt but with um blue um joggers with blue sweatpant joggers, not leggings that were in this photo. But that was the only thing I know I wore that I know of yesterday. Okay, sorry, y'all, I'm back. Sorry, I actually slide off y'all for a second. Um, but anyway, yeah, this is only what I had on yesterday that I know of. Um, but yeah. But yeah, that's only like part of everything. But yeah, like I said, I had the top on, but not the leggings. It was like these really cute sweatpant joggers I had on and all that. Which were like they were kind of a similar blue, but they were just a slight lighter than what the shirt was. Like the shirt was more like darker, like a smidge darker than it was, but it was pretty cool. And all that. Yeah, I can do that. But hopefully we're not. Yeah, let me just aim myself the camera so it doesn't act up. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Oh, mm, hang on. Sorry, all my allergies were being crazy, but that's just what they can do to you half the time. There's one of them. And then a close up of this. Oh, but yeah, that's us for those who want them to see live. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so, we're just hanging out there, y'all. But, yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Sorry, all my allergies are doing that to me. So that's great. That is just great. But y'all, it's spring. Spring can do it too. Ugh, that's great. But anyway, uh, but yeah, we're just hanging out though, y'all. Um, but but I mean, also at the same time, I can hear it a little bit take a Zyrtec for YouTube, but because I know I haven't taken an allergy pill that I know of, so um, yeah. Eventually, I feel like one of these days, or at least soon, I might start keeping an allergy log, Google Doc, where it's just a medication log on just allergy meds, just so if I, with the date and then which really the main med I would take for allergies is Zyrtec, but just to help me out sometimes, just so if I do get confused if I took a pill that day. Let's say if I had like if I had allergies drive me crazy like 2 or 3 times on a certain day, then I'll know if I took um an allergy pill or not. Because y'all, the thing is with allergy meds, you can't take it every few hours unlike you can with certain pain medications. Like for example, Motrin you can take every 6 hours and all that. But meds like but pain medications like Aleve and not Motrin, Aleve and Tylenol are really more like a once a day kind of thing. But it's just because of the dosaging and just all the math behind that. And so, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy how science can do things these days. But, um, and then, oh, I see a new thing popped up here. Okay, okay, let me just say this real fast. You can just ask the question. You don't have to repeat it over and over. I'll just friendly say that. Okay, you can just question like you would. It just like kind of how the others do. But like I said, you're just learning. And so, um, yeah. Mm. But that's what's going on there though. But um yeah. So um but um yeah. Yeah, so we're not really doing much, y'all. Feel free to ask whatever. How much longer do you have? Uh, I still have a good bit on here. I mean, with me, it's not like I'm having to be off at a certain time. And really, with me, when it comes to live streaming, I kind of just pick and choose um, whether I come off, at like an hour or, you know, and like I said, YouTube's the best part is you can pick and choose your hours in your head. Like you can go one day, be like, hey, I'll go and do stuff for an hour or so, or I'll do 3 hours one day, or, you know, I could do mostly until just all the things. But hey there, Leah. I can tell you just came back in. But yeah, so, um, yeah, we're just hanging out though, y'all. Y'all, let's go 12 likes in the chat. I'm just chilling. How about you, Leah? Um, um, yeah, Kate, yeah, I do need to send you the Google form real fast. So, hang on. Um, let me real quick. Um, I can try to send you over the Google form for you to fill out, which is just simple questions. Because usually I have most of my mods who are 16 plus, but also who are 13 to 15 sign it. Just just for safety awareness, nothing too serious. It's a new protocol I put in here. I mean, some people have let it slide, but not everybody, you know. So let me real quick send you that, Cade. Kate, I can send it to you through text and see how it works because everyone else has been able to do it. That's been mod. Um, and so, um, hang on. Let me just try to send it to you real quick. So, let me get up. Let me get up for a second. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. Hang on, give me a second. Grab my other device. Yeah, gosh. Leah, all I'm gonna say, it's long story short, okay? I better not get into details because it's just, ugh, you know, it's crazies and all that. But anyway, moving forward, um, hang on. Y'all give me just a minute. I need to do something really quick. So, uh, hang on. But Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Kate, give me here. Kate, give me just a moment. I need to do something real quick. Um, and then I'll put you in, and everyone else I'll respond to comments here in just a moment. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Kate, I had to resave your uh something in text because he was just reading something funny on only my iPad and not my phone. But now I'll be able to. Yeah, yeah. So let's try that again. Okay, that's better. Now I see your name up front. Okay, Kate, check your text because I just now sent it to you. I had to re-put your name in through text because for some reason it still showed your contact number on as your name through my iPad because people on theirs don't save, so I just refixed it on my iPad. So you should be able to. So okay, let me look through my comments too, because I know a couple of you guys have been saying stuff too while I was doing all that. So thank you for being pretty patient with me. Let me request thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable explaining it because it's long story short, you know. Yeah. Kate, I'm talking about this to Leah. It's because she asked me about it. I'm not really gonna get into it because it's chaos. All right, let's move past that and just continue on. All right, but and also that goes for anybody. If anyone does ask questions, then let's say if I'm not comfortable answering it, I'm gonna have to. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, because I mean, I'll tell you, she was a she was good to me for 10 years, and then after that, just decided to let's just say act it. But that's just what people do. But it's a long story though. No, it's something she did. Okay, cool. But why is my aunt just making me crazy? But yeah. Let's go 12 likes in the chat. I appreciate it. Okay, Kate, let me. It's okay, Leah, you didn't know. It is totally okay. Hang on, let me check it real quick, Kate, and then I'll confirm it. Because that's what I do with every new mod. Is I look over it just to, you know, just look through head to toe. Alright. Kate, uh, Kate, for some reason, I don't see where you put your name down. You have everything else answered, but you see to put your name down. So, for example, when I only see the others, like, I mean, you answered everything else correctly. Um, see, where basically where it says, um, your name or channel name, be sure um just be sure you do fill that part out, and then other than that you should be good to go on that, because I don't see it when I'm scrolling through, because I should be seeing it in between the people that have done it, which is a bunch. So for example, you can put like your channel name like that's on here right now, or just put just the name of it, just your name itself. And then once you do, just let me know, and then I will be able to check it. So hey, at least that's only one thing that you just have to only go back on, you know? But everything else you got, I will say that. And that's why I do go through I go and make sure that things are answered honestly, but also be sure that somebody didn't miss something on there, you know? Um, but yeah, but that's just all I'm saying there. You know, my allergies are making me crazy. So, um, but yeah, so, um, but yeah, but yeah, we're just chilling though, hanging out at the moment. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, we're just chilling though. But yeah, for a second I thought I was going down for a second, but it does that to me sometimes. But, um, yeah. So, anyway, we're just hanging out for a minute and all the things. Um, but, um, but for those of you who have been efficient and just liking and all that, I am giving a big shout out to, um, those of you who have been doing that, because that really helps YouTube know that we're doing what we're supposed to, but also it just helps to know that people that stop by in here don't just, you know, watch from afar. They actually do engage on here and all that. But excuse me, I deal in there. But yeah, so um, yeah, but um, and so you know what, Karen? I'll go ahead and put you as mod real fast, and I'll let you just clarify that. That the heck? that little um that little fix up later. All right. And you're managing because you're over 16. So welcome. But yeah. Yeah, you guys. Just thought I'd go ahead and do that. But yeah. Anyway, y'all, I've been on here for at least a good couple hours on here with y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and just call it. Just for a little bit, call it a night. But the thing is, today was my day off. I would resume tomorrow. But yeah, yeah, sure, mod. Yeah, and for example, Cade, mod is MOD. It's only one O. Just for friendly reminder. But yes, you're mod. You're officially a mod with us now, so you get to join everyone else that's on here. And the only times you're blocking people is literally if um they're being stupid. Not and don't block another mod, but yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off tonight because I've been here for a good while. But yeah. So see you guys. Hang on. So how you become on my channel is if you are either 13 to 15 years old, you're a standard mod, so you fill out a form that is from a few months back. Um, or if you're anywhere, or if you're 16, or if you're 16 and up, you'll fill a Google form that will say for all incoming mods on it. I'll show you that on my next live. Or I can try to show it real fast. Um, but that's for I need you know what? I do need to update at least the title part of it and put the age group so everyone knows which one it is and all that because I have it on the post tab that says that, but I'll have to do that later just so that way it helps everyone else out. But um yeah, so um yeah, but that's what's happening there though. But yeah, that's how you become on them when you do after you fill out that form, you will let me know on like I'll have you do it when we're live still. So what you'll do is you'll just hop off live, get onto that, fill it out, and then let me know, hey, I completed it, and then I'll go back, look at it, and then meaning head to toe, look at it and make sure that the answers are decentable. And if they are, I will confirm you and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna get off too, because I mean, I've been on here for a good couple hours. But yeah, and just so everyone knows, my next day I will be live. It was gonna be tomorrow, but I'll probably push it to um that be Monday, just because I came on today. And so yeah. So see the majority of everybody back here on Monday. But yeah, peace.